Hopefully everyone can see my slides.
Yep, you're good to go.
Very good. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm really thrilled to be here. I'm excited to share information about my new medical practice called Lifestyle Medicine, Wellness, and Recovery, LLC, and also to share information about the newly formed medical specialty called Lifestyle. So lifestyle medicine is really a perfect fit for me. I am a board-certified obstetrician gynecologist, practiced in the suburbs of Atlanta for almost 30 years, and I loved preventative medicine. My favorite part of practice was doing the women's annual exam so that we could talk about the problems that they face and try to solve them. And that's what I did. I'd work really hard to create a plan of action for them so they could feel better, lose weight, sleep better, and get off medications. And somehow it really didn't work. And it was really frustrating to me. When I discovered lifestyle medicine after moving here in 2018 with my husband, I realized that was the key to solving these problems. And it's the way that we organize and work with patients that's the answer to solving this trajectory of increasing chronic disease burden in our country. So I'm excited to talk to you about that. So this is what we do in lifestyle medicine. We focus on eating whole plant foods. Therapeutic sleep. We love people to sleep 7 to 8 hours per night. We know from research that if people don't sleep, they can't catch up. If they skimp on sleep, they lose the benefits. It's not like you can sleep 4 hours a night during the week and catch up doing 12 on the weekend. Doesn't work. Avoid chemicals. Exercise. Moderate exercise works. 30 minutes, 5 days a week of walking does the trick. Stress management and healthy relationships. We know loneliness is a huge driver of depression and actually causes genetic changes in the DNA. So lifestyle medicine is truly the path to a life transformation. And the reason is because the core cause of 80% of chronic diseases in our country are rooted in our daily habits. Which means if it's 80% of chronic diseases that we have control over, that means 80% of chronic diseases are preventable, can be arrested, and potentially reversed. That's the exciting part about it. That's the exciting part about being in medicine and having these tools to help people really change their lives and improve longevity. So this is what we do. That's literally killing us. The standard American diet, processed food, salt, fat, sugar, chemicals, lack of exercise, and stress. This is what encompasses 80% of chronic diseases. Everything is represented up there. Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, MS, fatty liver disease, diabetes, arthritis, lung diseases, autoimmune disorders, heart attacks, strokes. Imagine 80% of that is preventable. Diet is the driver for the formation of inflammation that causes 40% of adult cancers. And we know that diet drives the formation of 13 common. We invest enormous amounts of money in our medical care. We all complain about it. We all complain about how much it costs, how many drugs people are on, and how it's not improving. It just seems to get worse. But drugs do not restore health. We don't have any pharmaceutical agents that can actually reverse disease. We know that the obesity statistics, 3/4 of American adults are overweight or obese. Most heartbreaking is that 20% of children are obese, and that obesity has been declared a national security crisis by the military because 1 in 3 recruits cannot pass the physical exam. 90% of type 2 diabetes is caused by obesity. Diabetes cost the United States $330 billion in 2017, and the costs are set to double to almost $700 billion in the next 8. An associate of the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, is the Lifestyle Medicine Economic Research Consortium. Now, this is a figure from about 4 years ago, but we know that employers spend $36.4 billion on treating the top 5 chronic conditions. even though what we're talking about sounds simple, it's actually not simple at all. It's complicated because what we do every day is rooted in our upbringing and our, and so all of a sudden we're telling people, expecting people to just change, and that's just not possible. We know that we're dealing with lobbyists in Washington who don't want this message to get out. We know that we're dealing with advertising, that where there are companies and products that just want to make money. That's their goal. I understand that, but it's not always healthy. This is an example of lunch meat package. We've got the American Heart Association that certified this as a heart-healthy food. The American Heart Association, which is an organization that we love and respect and that solicits donations from the public to promote their mission of curing heart disease, takes money from companies, certify their products, and put this health check on them. Now, is this maddening? Yes. What's even more maddening is that the World Health Organization in 2015 convened a panel of 22 scientists from 10 countries who determined that there's plenty of data to demonstrate that processed meats are class 1 carcinogens. That's lunch meat, bacon, jerky, sausage, all of those. And all mammalian meat is probably carcinogenic. You'll never hear that from the FDA or from our government because of the food industry. So again, this is what we do and this is what we love. We eat whole plant foods. We promote and teach people how to perform moderate exercise, stress management, and health. So this is my practice, and I'm board certified in lifestyle medicine. At the end of, I was in the 3rd graduating class, and actually the first board certified physician. But the reason I created this practice in this way is because I wanted to reach as many people as possible with the time I had left on the planet. So this is a telemedicine practice. It's a group coaching practice. I wanted to make sure that people could access these resources in the privacy of their home. I wanted to make sure that people could work interactively, have personal attention as they work through this journey to achieve their goals of weight loss and decreasing medication. So it's a group coaching format. The coaching sessions are live. They're taped if patients can't make it. We also have what's officially called a culinary medicine portion of this practice, where we teach people how to cook in their kitchen, teach them how to use even the grocery stores of their health. They don't have to buy a bunch of extra stuff. They don't have to buy products from us. We just go to the grocery store, pick out the best stuff. We all cook together. We have live exercise classes. We can accommodate beginning exercisers, people who've never exercised before, to elite athletes. I'll show you how in a minute. And we have a little nightly meditation stretch so people can click in the evening and start to unwind and disconnect. You know, one of the things that frustrated me so in private practice was the fact that women frequently had to take off work, get their pap smear and their annual, had to take a day of vacation, and some of them only got 2 weeks of vacation. So that prevented them from coming in. You know, that's a deterrent to people getting their medical care. This way I can deliver it right into their homes. We provide a non-judgmental, very supportive environment. We know that when people have the appropriate support, very successful in achieving. And in fact, when they stick to the program and they work it in earnest, we can see a drop in blood sugars in 72 hours, and we can see a drop in cholesterol in a month. Now, because of this, I work closely with the patient's personal physician. Their personal physician will continue to manage their medical care and manage their medication. But we work together as a team so that patients don't have any adverse events while they're going through the program. And then when they do this, they have weight loss naturally. They don't have to worry about calories. They don't have to worry about counting fat grams. They just enjoy delicious whole plant foods and the weight comes off. And everything else happens on its own. This is a cash-based practice. We have an 8-week course fee that's paid at enrollment, and this is for 2 people. Lifestyle changes of family. I want 2 people on that Zoom screen. Spouses, partners. If they're single, they invite their best friend. I can accommodate 20 teams in one cohort, so that's about 40 people. I can give them all personal attention by doing that. They have the option to continue a monthly membership at $150 to access the group meetings and exercise classes, and I've got lots of ideas for future. And one of the other perks of this is since we're dealing with chronic disease, people can use their HSA and their FSA monies to pay for this. Of course, we look at some KPIs. Those are critical. The most important one to me is increasing enrollment numbers, patient satisfaction, and improved biomarkers. You will see drops in A1C, blood sugars, blood pressure, cholesterol, and triglycerides work in this course. And then they'll be able to decrease them, get off of it entirely. The other thing that's so cool about this is that these changes will last a lifetime. When people start to incorporate this, they feel better. They just will never go back to what they did. So they're motivated to continue on. They just need a path to go down to show them how it can be done. I have full licenses to practice in Florida and Georgia. That's 18 million people. 75% of those people are overweight or obese. That gives me a serviceable market of over 13 million. If we shifted this model to the wellness industry, we know that $3.7 trillion is spent in the U.S. or more every year on wellness, fitness, spas, healthy eating. This is my spectacular team. I have Mrs. Jennifer Scoggins, who's a licensed registered dietitian. She has experience in the critical care hospitals here, formulating nutrition programs for critically ill patients. She is also a nationally certified Pilates instructor. She has a special certification in integrative body movement. That is how we can accommodate beginning exercises, people with physical issues, back pain, ruptured discs. She knows how to work with them to create an exercise program that works, and that does not harm them. My husband, Dr. Steve Mayfield, he's here in the back supporting me. He's one of our coaches, but he's also got his executive MBA from Emory. He's got a doctorate in health administration. He's a master black belt in Lean Six Sigma and an economics degree from Georgia Tech. So we're all set in the financial. And Mrs. Jennifer Harrison is my marketing manager. And the way that I met Jennifer was we all work out at the same gym. So we're buddies. So speaking strategic partners, I'm really frustrated with the exposure that I've gotten on social media. It really hasn't worked for me. We've been posting regularly content every week for the past 10 months. And I'm really excited to have the ability to explore community relationships. I love community relationships now that COVID is waning and we're able to get together and talk. I'm just really excited about going out and meeting people. I'm available for speaking engagements. I can provide workshops. I can create personalized corporate wellness programs, cooking demonstrations, and class instruction. So we're here to help, and that's my goal, to support as many people in this journey as possible. So remember, this is what we do. I gave a handout to give you a little reminder that you can take home, and this is my contact information. We've got a website, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Feel free to contact me. Any one of those. I've got an email and a mobile, and I'd love to help.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Nice to see a service available market in a presentation. So we're going to open this up to questions. If we have questions on Zoom, you can just put your hand up. And we got a little audio issue there. Might move this over a little bit. Slight rearrangement. All right, we have a question right here.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to say kudos to what you are doing. I am
My 23-year-old daughter fits your category from where you were in Atlanta and where I would like to see her go. And I applaud you for making it affordable. Because that is the biggest hurdle for people that have those issues. Very expensive to do it other ways. You're making it very affordable. When she moves in with me in July, you will be signing up. And you will have fun. Yes, she's my closest daughter, and she'll do things that I ask her to do with me. So I moved here to be closer to my girls for the relationship, and this helps because what you're talking about is a big concern of hers, but she doesn't know how to do it differently. And if we do this process together, it's not mom telling her. Yeah. Well, and it really is fun. Once we get started, there's so many fun things to explore, and then you go out a week later, you just take you bowling all my stuff. Yeah, I ate someplace the other day. It's like, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, so that's one of my goals too, is to reach out and also start to hit on the restaurant. Mm-hmm. Give us some heart healthy, like whole plant, no fat, salt, and sugar meals. Not using any of that. And we deserve that as a community. If you want to get with you, your marketing person to give. Oh, that would be fabulous. Thank you. She may already be doing them, but it's just some things I've been learning about. I know this sounds crazy for my generation for TikTok, but when I saw the numbers of what they were getting out of TikTok, I'm like, hello. I have colleagues that are doing TikTok. So, and I've got one colleague where she got in trouble with medical in the States. So, I don't know. It just depends on what you do on TikTok. Yeah. Anyway, but I'd love to hear it. Thank you.
We're online?
Yes.
So have you tried to partner with any other holistic practices like chiropractors or places that sell holistic medicines to kind of put your brochures into their hands, because those are probably your target customers that are going in for those things? I work with a couple of local farms as well, one that does CSAs, so I think that would be a great way to, put diets, fresh diets into your consumers or clients' hands as well.
I'd love to recommend people. Produce straight out of the garden. So, and I think just right across the street you got Everman. Yep. Oh, yeah. You're definitely on your way out of here. Go by and drop these off. Yeah, drop a few off. They've got a marketing director. They've got a board of directors, and tapping into that market, and then Bailey's, the produce. I mean, so many. Everman has two locations, right. One 9 Mile, one down here, and they have areas for classes. So you could possibly connect with them to do a class live in their facility. And because it's right what they do. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Abraham with Speaks to Inspire, the mental health solution for young adults suffering in silence. My question has to do with the service you provide. Is there a specific group that would not benefit from this, or is this for everyone at any level? Got you.
Everyone does. Because you can be healthy. You don't necessarily have to have blood pressure problems or cholesterol problems. The problem is if you're on eating a meat and very heavy diet, an animal protein diet, you will develop those things. They're bad athletes who drop dead when they have atherosclerotic heart disease. They've had a diet like that, and we didn't know.
One suggestion, if I may, I work a lot with colleges and universities, and they're always looking for creative events and ideas to bring students together. And I was just thinking a cooking class would be really good because college students' diets aren't the greatest. And it's also something that's fun. It can be done virtually or in person. So it would be a combination of providing an experience, which is what a lot of colleges and universities are looking for right now to increase student engagement. But then on the other side, introducing the opportunity to join a group coaching program to follow up from that experience.
And we can create,
Awesome.
let's get your contact information.
Great presentation, I'm Lloyd. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, so you mentioned like health savings accounts is being able to, as a method of payment, so what's the opportunity for, health insurance, and stuff like that?
They don't bill health insurance,
I know you don't, but I'm asking.
but will they reimburse
Well, yeah,
for certain diagnosis codes?
mhm.
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's what,
I know that deductibles are so high that it's part of that with the HSA.
mhm.
The college actually is working very hard with the insurance companies that they will reimburse for these services. Like anything else, an insurance company always lags, so they're willing to reimburse. And you've got to show them tons of data, and you've got to go after until they'll finally say, okay, we'll reimburse.
So how was it, you were able to get the services paid for through the, health savings account?
So the health savings account or the FSA account are actually like a credit card.
Mhm.
Enter that number in the pay section. When you sign up for the course and you go to check out, you enter the HSA credit card number instead of a regular credit
So
card.
what allows the person to use that? Did you have to?
Oh, I can, if they need it, I could, create an invoice or a regular, ICD-9 diagnosis code form so that they have it in their records for the IRS. Because people who use their HSA or FSA are gonna have one of these diagnosis codes. So it's easy to code and validate it and find. Because we actually talk about prescriptions, exercise. So this is writing a prescription myself.
To that point, another idea came to mind. Teachers would be a really good customer for you because they do have those funds to pay for from HSA. And I mean, after school, they're looking to wind down and things like this. So I think that would be a good market as well. Educators, yeah.
And we could go into even PTA might be a place
Yeah.
to put it out. Okay, awesome.
Yes.
I should. I'm sorry. I was just going to say there's a large vegan community in the area. I don't know if you've connected with any of the restaurants. There's actually Vegan Fest this weekend, so those might be great people to connect with as well. They're typically health-minded and really want to take care of themselves, take care of the planet, take care of their bodies, take care of the community.
Awesome. Thank you.
Lots of groups on Facebook.
Cool, yeah, I've got to figure out what the groups are on Facebook.
All right, so our final question, as always, and you had a great slide about it, but what can the community do for you?
Oh, well, you all have already done that for me today, helping me make connections in the community and making new friends to get the word out. You know, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you so much for having me today.
Very good. This is it.
Thank you.